Of course, the overall volume of a muscle is affected by a number of factors. Mitochondrial mass, for example, the energy factories within a muscle cell, glycogenation, the amount of carbohydrates stored in the cell, and blood supply. But the most important structure that contributes to muscle size and strength, particularly as far as bodybuilders are concerned, is muscle fiber. You produce the most massive and strongest muscle possible by hypertrophying the muscle fiber, that is, making it bigger and stronger. You accomplish this by following the proper program of progressive resistance weight training and using the appropriate training principles to build maximum mass. And the most basic of these is training with heavy weight.
You have to have some muscle to work with before you start finishing it off. If you don't have the mass, there's nothing to finish. Then you're wasting time doing a lot of finishing movements when you don't have the muscle to finish off.
I still think I would be influenced to work reasonably heavy.
You can go for the burn all you want and you will not get results.
I agree with you that the heavier weights is where it's at as far as putting on the mass.
You really have to train for mass by training with heavy weights to interject and stimulate the muscles into responding.
They need to develop the muscle mass in order to get it, to have enough mass to file down later on for competition. And the only way to get that mass is to use heavy power training.
If you would normally come in every week and do 305 on the bench, once a month you should come in and go up to at least 405. And the same thing go for the back and the shoulders, as well as the legs and every other body part.
When I'm training for mass during the week, I like to take the first portion of the week and train heavy movements early in the week, and then by the time I get to the ending of the week, those movements lighten up because your energy level dips. So therefore, trying to get the most out of my training is in the mass building process is in the first portion of the week, the first 3 days.
So delts 1 week, you go heavy. Same thing applies for the back, same thing applies for the chest, and the same thing applies for the thighs. So once a week is more than enough.
The weight must be heavy enough to stimulate the muscle, but not too heavy that it hurts your muscle.
Only do what your mind and your body can handle. Don't do more.
Bodybuilders need to train with heavy weights. Women bodybuilders as well as men. A muscle fiber is a muscle fiber. And if women bodybuilders, or women training for health, fitness, and shape for that matter, don't train with substantial amounts of weight, they simply won't see the kinds of results they're working so hard for.